Okay, for this one, I want to go through how to factorize by grouping in algebra. So again, factorizing, we remember, is the opposite to multiply in brackets. But first, let's just do a quick recap on how to multiply two brackets. So if we want to take a look at this first one here, we want to do 2a multiplied by x and 2a multiplied by y. So it becomes 2ax plus 2ay. Okay, and then you do the same thing on the second one, 3 by x and 3 by y, so plus 3ax plus 3ay. Okay, very simple, you just multiply out your brackets. Now, this one you're starting off with two brackets. Okay, so you've got 3d plus c and 4s minus 2b. Okay, so if you remember back, you want to split up your first bracket, so you'll get 3d here, and then plus c here. So you split up your first bracket, and so that means you're multiplying 3d by all of this. So you write 4s minus 2b here, and then you're also going to multiply your c by this second bracket. So 4s minus 2b. Okay, and then just as we did in the first example, we're just going to multiply across. So it becomes 12ds minus 6db plus 4cs minus 2cb. Okay, so as you can see, you end up with four terms whenever you multiply out these two brackets, okay? Four terms from two brackets. And if you wanted to go back a step, actually with this first one, you could have written it as 2a plus 3 and x plus y. So you see how you could have gone backwards to that. Now, for this type of factorizing, we're going to take this second type of thing and we're going to turn it back into the first version. Okay? Now, for this particular type of factorizing, you get four terms, but these four terms don't have a common factor. So remember the ones the last time it was like, that's not the right pen. It would be something like 2s plus 4d, and it would become 2s plus 2d. See the way there's a common factor between them? In this case, there won't be a common factor. However, what we're going to do is we're going to split up the terms. So you see these first two have a common factor, and these second two have a common factor. Okay, so you have to factorize it in two parts. So let's take out the a first, and it becomes b plus c. So it becomes ab plus ac. And then we'll take out the d then, and it's also db plus dc. So you see how that works? Now, as you will notice, we have got a b plus c here and a b plus c here. So just like we did in the first example, now we can group up the terms. So a plus d, and then also b plus c. So you're turning these four terms into two brackets. That's the key thing. And if you multiplied it out, you'd split it up, a times b plus c, so a times b plus c, and then you'd also have d times b plus c. So that's the basic premise of factorizing by grouping. You factorize the first two, factorize the second two, and then your brackets should match, and then you're able to just put it into two brackets. Okay, so here are some that we can just go through here. Let's take out our common factors. So you see you've got a 2a in both, so 2a, and then a b plus c. And here you can see that there's a b3 and an x in each, so plus 3x, and you'll get b plus c. So as you can see, the brackets match up, and that means you know you've done it right. So 2a plus 3x and b plus c. Same job on this second one. We see that there's an x on both of them, so we'll take out an x first, then 3a minus b, and then in this second part we have a y in both of them. But just be careful here in this second one. You see that there is a minus here, so this is going to be minus y 3a minus b. And so when you get this double negative here, minus y times minus b, then that will become your plus there. So just be careful with minuses. So it becomes x minus y, 3a minus b. So they're fairly straightforward questions, only two lines of work to do. Okay, so you can take a look at them, and then I am going to scroll down to some questions here. That is very purple. And so you can try these out yourselves. Okay, see if you can do it. Pause the video and I will delete the things then. Okay, so here's the answers to the first ones. Just 2 lines of work as before, and here's the answers to the second ones. Okay, so you can pause again and see have you got them correct. Okay, just one last thing before we go on. Sometimes, now not always, but sometimes you might need to reorder the terms. So if you take a look in on this one, I'll just zoom in on it. You can try and factorize this. Okay, so you look at it and you're like, okay, so there's a b there. Factorize out the b, then 4a squared minus 3. Okay, seems fine. And then you go, okay, so we've got a 6a and a 2a. So you could say it's minus 2a, and then you've got 3 plus b squared. Okay, you can see when you factorize that out, you are not getting these equal. So that's actually not going to work. So let's get rid of that. It doesn't work out. You could just put a line through it if you ever do that in an exam. And let's try and reorganize this. Okay, so let's leave our 4a squared b as it is. That's grand. And let's put another term in front. So something that will divide in with 4, 2 will probably work in okay with that. So 4a squared b plus 2ab squared. So as you can see, 4 and 2 have a common factor, and you've got an a and a b now. Okay, 4 is the bigger number, so let's put the bigger number next, minus 6a minus 3b. Okay, that's looking a bit nicer now, and we should be able to do it. So 4 and 2, common factor of 2, so 2, and we've also got an a and a b. So 2ab, then we've got a plus b, so that'll be 2a squared b. Sorry, not just a, it'll be 2a plus b, so we need 2 by 2 to get 4, a by a to get a squared, and we've got our b, and then 2ab and another b to make b squared. Okay, then we can take out our highest common factor in this, so it's minus 3 will be our highest common factor here, then multiply it by 2a minus b, our parts. As you can see now, they match up nicely. So you can get your answer, 2ab minus 3 and 2a plus b. So you can kind of just play around with the terms and see which ones work if you end up like a question like this and it doesn't work out. Okay, so you can take a look at that. I'm just going to move over to the right. You can take a look at this other one now. You can try it yourself. It needs to be reordered in order to work. Okay, so I'll delete this now and you can see that you get the right answer. Okay, so I just reorganized it, put in the 6 and the 4 first, and then the 9 and the 6 here. Okay, and it worked out anyway. Right, so that's all there is for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.